Hey, Ruben.
Yes, hi.
Hi, I'm David. David Vo. I'm a sales agronomist with Sugargrove Farm Services. We had some communication last week.
Oh yeah, I can recall. Come on in.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So
How
here-
was it?
Yeah, thank you. So here's my business card. If you have any questions after this talk, definitely give me a call and I'll answer those questions for you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So driving here, I noticed that you actually live across from one of the other producers I work with, named Ben.
Oh yeah, Ben. He's my neighbor. He farms the land, and he has been in the area for quite a few years.
Oh, nice. Yeah, like we've been in talk, and he said he's planting potatoes this year.
Yeah, I think he's specialized in that, and well, since the weather conditions this winter, I think it's gonna be like a wonderful year ahead.
Yeah, definitely. Like potatoes do love moisture, so all this excess moisture will definitely be a benefit to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So speaking of potatoes, like our past communication, you mentioned to me that you were interested in planting potatoes this year.
Yes, that's well, my main goal for this growing season is to switch from canola to potatoes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what made you gain interest in planting potatoes?
Well, Simplot came here and gave a talk to local producers, so they showed us the appeal to potatoes. So, yeah, that's mainly what got me interested into this business.
Right. Yeah. That's a lot of that's a good contract with Simplot. Will you be mainly marketing towards Simplot, or will you be selling to other?
Oh no, Simplot contracts the whole operation, so I cannot really sell to any other company. I'm
Right.
marketing only for Simplot.
Right.
this
Just
season.
the whole field goes to them
Yeah.
the whole growing season.
That's it.
Right. Yeah. So do you know much about the history of Sugargrove Farm Services?
Not really. I know that they have been in the Manitoba egg retail business for quite some time, but that's pretty much what I know.
Yeah, for sure. That's understandable. Well, if we're gonna do business together, I definitely want you to know more about us and what we do. So Sugargrove started in 1968 by our CFO Ron Hewler, and he started off in Brandon, and then he eventually branched out, and now there's more than 12 locations in rural municipalities, and it's continuing to expand. So it started off in 1968 and it's continuing to grow. And actually, I brought some fact sheet about our operation and our history there for you.
That's interesting. Thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely. So you mentioned you were wanting to plant potatoes. What is Simplot looking for specifically when you sell it to them?
Well, they are looking for a specific sized potatoes, like uniformly sized. They want it free of bruise spots and like defects in general.
Right.
Yeah, really healthy, bulky tubers. That's pretty much what they look for.
Yeah, definitely.
So how can your product help me with that?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, the reason why I'm here is we talked about Sencor and its application to your farm. So I brought the fact sheet here for you.
Thank you.
So Sencor is a selective herbicide. So it specifically targets weeds. So green, yellow foxtail, canola. It would be very beneficial for you since you planted that last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
And chickweed. So it's post-emergent, so you will be applying it after, and yeah, it's definitely a lot of benefits. It will increase your yields this summer because it will control those weeds and suppress unwanted weeds and provide you that protection to increase your yields.
Well, that certainly sounds good, David.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so did you have any other problems in your growing season last summer?
Well, I've heard of many at least some of other local producers being sued because, they have pesticides running off because I guess, improper application. So I don't. That's what makes me hesitate about this application. You know.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely a valid concern. Before we get to that, I'll just mention the packaging here. Like we have awesome packaging for Sencor. It's very durable. So like, was that a concern that you had this last summer too?
Yeah, that's also another concern is that the previous product that I was applying, became in those like really big containers,
Right,
so they
right.
were kind of like hard to handle and like heavy to lift. So
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I definitely brought the Sencor bottle here for you. As you can see, it's very durable. It's light and easy to handle. And yeah, just have a look at that and see. You can just imagine yourself this summer just bringing that out, and it's much more better than like those big gallon jugs, you know?
yeah, certainly it would be easier
Yeah,
with this
for sure.
packaging.
Yeah. Yeah, so going back to your concern about, you were mentioning leaching and residual effects.
Oh, that's the term. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So, yeah, that is a valid concern. It is kind of perpetuated by producers not applying the correct rates and, doing negligible application of the pesticide. So, yeah, that's a valid concern to have. But what I can tell you is, like, we have the fact sheet that I just gave you.
Yeah.
So if you follow that, just follow the application timing, rates, water volume, rain fastness, re-entering cropping intervals. And if you follow that, you won't have to worry about excess soil residual effects if you follow it within that range.
Well, that certainly sounds good.
Yeah, definitely. So is there any other concerns that you had?
Well, not really.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so based off of my presentation to you, like, I'm gonna ask you directly, like, do you feel confident trusting me and Suregrow Farms Services to be your supplier this season?
I'm liking what I've heard so far, so I think yeah.
Right, that's awesome to hear. So should I write up an order up for you, Ruben?
Yeah, let's move forward to that.
Awesome, let's do that. So based off your information that you provided in your email to me, you have 240 acres. You will need about 5 jugs, as 1 jug of Sencor covers 55 acres. So yeah, it'll be 5 jugs. I'll just write that order up for you. And does this look correct to you?
Check it, please. Yeah, that sounds good.
Awesome. I'll just get you to sign at the bottom there.
Absolutely. Very
Awesome.
nice.
Yeah, so I know this is new territory for you, especially if you're used to planting canola and like peas the previous year that you said too. So potatoes is definitely a scary venture, but definitely profitable. So I just want to reiterate to you that I'm here for you every step of the way, and consider me your sales agronomist. You have my card, so call me if you have any questions during, before, and after application. I want you to have a successful growing season, so yeah, that number is there for you to call with any questions that you have.
Well, thank you so much, David.
Yeah, no problem. So I guess I'll put this order through,
Sure.
and then I'll put it through when I get back to the office. And what you can expect from me is I will near planting time, I will scout your field and see which areas we need to focus on, and then through that I'll send you my plan on how and which areas we can focus on.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, so it was definitely nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, David.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.